Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
I think we finally got everything hooked up.
Yep.
Took a while.
The boys are back.
Yeah.
After a long breakaway. Sorry to, I don't know, it's been a month, I think.
Month and a half.
Mm.
Good month and a half, I'm pretty sure.
We were talking about it before we hooked everything up. The last time we were on, it was cold in here. Now it's hot as the devil's asshole.
Yeah.
So, it's I guess it's gonna storm. I don't know if it's gonna rain. I would like for it to rain because it's pretty fucking hot. It'd be very nice of it to rain.
Humidity's just right for it.
So, yeah, it's, you could cut the air with a knife. It's hot. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of fuck around and try to put a little show together and get something up. So this video will probably be uploaded sometime tonight.
I'm kind of glad that we're back on the show because I think it was just me and you doing like solos back to back, and
Yeah.
I missed the conversation, the versing back and forth.
Yep.
For
So
sure,
we were just talking about this before we hooked it up. Robinson Cano suspended 80 games for PEDs.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, I was really disappointed to see it. It doesn't totally change my view on Robinson Cano because I still have a lot of respect for him. I still like him a lot.
Oh yeah, me too.
It was what was it? It was like a laxative of some sort. It was like some kind of it was a blocker, like
It's a masking agent.
yeah,
for
a
PEDs.
masking agent, right? Exactly. So
What really surprised me
I don't know, man.
even more was when Mark Teixeira, one of my favorite Yankees ever, said he wasn't surprised. That was like, I was like, whoa.
I don't know why he said that.
I don't know either. He really didn't have to.
I guess it has to do with maybe he's seen something that we haven't.
Yeah, he obviously
But he definitely,
played with him for quite a few years.
that was a big statement he said, yeah, because why he doesn't gain anything out of it. So
He said, Teixeira said on Michael K's radio show on the S Network, he said, I love Robbie, I love playing with him, but, it didn't surprise him. He said he really didn't want to go any further into it. He said he didn't want to go into details about it, but he just made the statement that it didn't surprise him. Which, I mean, I don't know, now I think of it, yeah, you're kind of right, you really didn't have to say that.
well,
Doesn't really, I don't know.
I mean,
The question is, do you think he knows that he knew that he was taking it?
oh yeah.
Is
That's what I got from it, was that he was like, he knew he's been doping and he was just waiting for this to come out. That's why when he was asked about it, he was like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
But is he 100? But do we have 100% proof
No.
that he was doping?
Nope, we don't. All we know is that he was taking something to cover it up. Which, why would you take something to cover it up if you're not doing it?
Yeah,
So,
that's
I mean,
why everybody's.
It's not like, right, he wasn't tested for it and found like HGH in his system, but like if there was a drug that I could take that would cover up fucking like methamphetamine use, and I was claiming that I didn't take the methamphetamine but I was taking the drug to cover it up, it would be pretty fucking obvious that I'm,
You were doing that drug.
or at least a big red flag to say,
Yeah.
yeah, he's probably doing that drug, yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. It's a good analogy.
well, do you think he would have been caught if he didn't get injured? Because that is initially what happened is he was injured first, and then all of a sudden, that this came out and he was suspended.
Yeah, because Cano does not go on the DL very often.
No.
He really doesn't.
Oh, like that's why he was tested that extra time?
Yeah,
No,
'cause-
it could have been. That's the problem. They probably ended up testing him because
His
it was something to do with his
arm, I thought.
No, it was his finger.
He broke something. He
Broke
his-
something. Yeah, he had
right.
surgery,
Right.
and then after he broke it, I don't know. It had to be like two or 3 days later. Next thing you know, Cano is on
Yeah,
an
it was-
80-game
It
suspension.
was like 2 days later. Yep. I saw the note that he was out for like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. That he was. I swear to God, if it downpours.
You know what this really shows me though, with
Oh yeah, grab that shit. Yeah.
with Cano, with the way Teixeira's talking about it, and the Yankees are kind of like, well, he's on the Mariners now.
Look, maybe that's why they got rid of him.
But what this shows me about the MLB, because, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain this, but like, when Eric Thames was going off last year, hitting a home run every other game for like a month.
Yeah.
They tested him 3-4 times because he's Eric Thames and he's not Robinson Cano.
Because he's big.
Yeah.
He's strong. And he's a guy who had historically struggled in the league, and that's why he went overseas to play. And when he came back, he went nuts. But see, that they will do that though. That's the MLB and being an MLB. See,
I
in
think
football,
they're
they don't do
favoring
that shit.
Cano over Eric Thames because it's Robinson Cano, and he's a lot more known, and he's a.
Well, yeah, he's played for how many years, and they've never had issues out of him. So yeah, they're going to support a guy. If Eric Thames came back to the league, hit fucking 20 home runs in a month, and then they tested him and he tested positive, of course they're going to be harsher on him than they would Cano because Cano's played for like 10 years and never got in any trouble. You know, it's just like the kid who gets straight A's for 10 years and then gets in a little bit of trouble. They're going to be harder on the kid that got in trouble, who's been in trouble 100 times, of course.
But, like, what's weird about Cano is that, like, yeah, he's a power hitter, you know, especially later in his career, but when he was with the Yankees, his average was, like, 22 to, like, 28. It wasn't like he was smacking, 45 jacks a year. You know what I'm saying? From what Teixeira said, it sounded like he knew it was happening, that it was going to come out eventually. And you know what? I kind of believe Teixeira on this one because he probably. I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of respect for Robinson Cano, but of course,
that might be part of the reason why the Yankees decided to not re-sign him because he was due a fuck ton of money.
That's possible,
and he got it from Seattle.
And maybe they were like, we really don't want to take any risk anymore.
Yep.
Maybe Cashman's like, look, we would rather, go our separate ways.
Who did they supplement for Cano for a while? Who was it?
Stan Castro.
No, that was a couple years after. Cano's been gone from the Yankees for like 4 years now.
Wasn't it kind of a weak position though for a while?
Yeah, for a while, yeah.
Jason Nix.
Maybe.
No, was it?
I'm trying to think years ago, but I'm just thinking until Castro got there, it was a weak position. Yeah. Yep. But anyway, I feel for him. And then you said something about Jose Bautista getting released.
Yeah, which was weird. He's only played 12 games with the Braves.
Yeah.
But he was only hitting like 143, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. But it was kind of shock to me that they signed him to minor league, and then all of a sudden they bring him up to the major league, and he had him play his natural position, which was third base.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But what really got me was they bring him up, but the guy that he replaced was hitting like 343. That was like Ryan Flaherty. He was hitting He was hitting 343, even though he wasn't hitting for power.
I see what you're saying.
But he was at least he was constantly getting on base.
I guess it was just a trial run.
Yeah.
They were going to give him like 2 weeks or something to.
But they didn't give him the job back. They gave it to somebody else.
I don't know. The Braves make some decisions that are kind of strange to me. That's why I'm surprised they're doing so well.
Not the best management.
You know who their new GM is, don't you?
GM?
Yeah, their GM.
No.
He used to be a former player and a former assistant in the home office for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Do you know his name?
No, off the top of my head, I knew when they were talking about bringing up Ronald Acuna that he didn't want to bring him up because they tried this and they tried save money.
About that before.
Yep, but they also talked about what was that guy's name? They brought up he still plays for Toronto, but they don't start him all the time because he was like tearing up in the minors.
What position does he play?
Plays outfield.
It's not Vladdy.
Randall Grichuk?
It's not Vladdy.
No, it's not. It's someone.
Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
No, Vladimir. No, they think highly of him. They want to bring him up, but they want to wait until he gets a little bit older.
Is it the other former player's son? They've got another former player's son. It was.
I can look it up here.
But yeah, I think Bautista will probably find another spot.
Think so?
Somewhere around, especially when you start getting towards playoff time, yeah, because it depends on if he wants to play, but he seemed like he wanted to, so if he still wants to play, then yeah, he'll probably find a spot somewhere. I mean, as long as the San Diego Padres are still being the San Diego Padres, there's teams that'll want him, yeah.
Right.
Because he's gonna come cheap now. I mean, he's already been released twice, and the last year. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Toronto let him go because they really had no incentive to let him go. I'm not. But then again, look, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is coming up and he plays third base, I believe. So yeah, I mean it's.
Fans like seeing new faces. Too. They like
Right,
seeing
exactly.
players.
Because Bautista and Donaldson had been like the Bash brothers for a long time, but Donaldson's younger. Bautista's been around a lot longer than him, and he was a late bloomer to begin with. So yeah, just his time, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't really start his prime until he was like almost 30.
Steve Pierce.
Steve Pierce.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Yeah. There's another player's son. Can you find the other player's son?
Man, that win feels
It feels
is a lot
fucking
more.
euphoric. God, it feels so good. I'm just worried if it's gonna start pouring out rain.
No, I don't.
There's another. Can you look at the minor league system?
I'll have to see here.
Look at their total.
How are the Blue
team
Jays
roster.
doing this? How are they? What's their record?
22-25.
Yeah, not great.
I guess you're sitting on the very top of the AL East. Come on now, it should be an easy one.
And Yankees.
Yep.
Well, them Yankees boys.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
Yankee boy.
they share first place.
Oh, with Butt Fuckton.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Butt Fuckton Red Sox.
Let's see if I find other two.
Yeah, here. Let me see here. I think if I can just search. Whoops. If I just search former player's son Toronto, it'll come up.
The first one come up
Vladimir.
is Toronto.
All I can think of is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's it. I can't think of anybody else.
What about Roy Halladay's son?
No.
Wait a minute. Yeah, one of his son plays for one of the minor
It
league
was like-
teams.
Really?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
It's he played like second base, Brooks or something like that. I can't.
Was it like Roberto Alomar or?
No, it was more recent than that. Yeah, here we go. Blue Jays lineup dotted with big league sons. Yeah. Biggio, Craig Biggio, and Dante Bichetti's son, and is this Roger Clemens?
I thought Clemens' son plays for the Rangers organization.
Yeah, we got Toronto trotted out Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at third base, Bo Bichetti at shortstop, Kevin Biggio at second base, and Casey Clemens at first for its
Wow.
annual game against the Canadian junior national team. Yeah. Yep. I didn't even know about Clemens. I was trying to think of Biggio. Yeah, second baseman, Craig Biggio, yeah. Fucking that's a great second baseman, too. Love Biggio. Okay, and then what was the other thing we were talking about, too, that we're going to mention?
Oh yeah, yeah, Colin. There. No.
Oh man.
Let's talk about this, Swank. Let's talk about this. Didn't you tell me earlier that you don't really give a flying fuck about Johnny Manziel, Mr. Money Man himself?
Good
I
call.
am so sick of it's like
Here.
it's like a broken record. His story.
It is. It's fucking irritating.
Yeah.
He says a coaster.
I've heard him. I've heard ESPN like they
They
have
job
run,
him all
they
day.
have run this story. It's so dry. I couldn't care less about what Johnny Manziel is doing.
This is a
right now.
perfect fucking example of ESPN totally ignoring baseball and hockey and completely focusing its time on college sports and football and a little bit of basketball.
And drama. They love drama.
Right, and just not, like, stop it. Just because Manziel's going to the fucking Canadian Football League, like, what we're supposed to be all excited and start talking about it or something?
He's
They-
not.
ESPN
I mean,
doesn't even cover the CFL.
no, they don't.
They play games on Sunday during the football season, believe it or not. Actually, that might
Yeah,
be
but-
Fox Sports
But
South.
sport, they don't cover it on
Fox
Sports Center.
Not often.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many
Not-
how many CFL stars do they have on there?
No, and I mean they might have like a top 10 player or something like that from one of their leagues, but that's about it. Yeah, they don't. They are so dick hard about college sports, especially college football, and football in general. Like I don't get it. I understand that football is like huge, but come on, man. Like either call yourself like the ESPN football channel and like change the other one to all the other sports, or just fuck off with it. Like chill out with it, because I can't stand turning on football in the middle of fucking baseball season, in the middle of basketball playoffs, in the middle of fucking hockey playoffs, and all they're talking about is fucking when is spring training and OTAs start for football season. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, oh my god. And like, remember when they laid all those guys off? ESPN, they dumped a ton of their anchors and their former players and all that.
Some of them got laid off, but
you know, most of them were not football players. They kept a shit ton of football players, former players, analysts.
You also know that they had to restructure. I think Sunday night, the Sunday night lineup or Sunday football.
Yeah.
Because Donovan McNabb and 2 other players got caught. Was it like groping one of their the makeup artist? Or, I don't know what it was.
Some kind of like behind the scenes lady, yeah.
And then you got John Gruden, who left ESPN to go back to coaching football.
Mm-hmm.
He probably saw the writing on the wall, just like
they were about to give him a ton of money too.
Yeah,
Gruden made that fucking. I would pretty much only watch Monday Night Football for Gruden.
Well, when the Raiders come knock and they say 10 years for $100 million, I don't think nobody could say no to that.
Say no?
And I bet most of it's guaranteed and fucking.
It is.
You know.
What about what's his name?
God, Raiders gonna be so good this year. Look out, Raider Nation's gonna go nuts.
I think the Browns are gonna look kind of fucking insane.
Yeah, I think the Browns are gonna do well this year.
Sounds so funny.
I'm trying to think of the other guy that got signed through ESPN. The Jason Witten.
Yeah, he
Cowboys former tight end.
That was kind of weird how he just all of a sudden says I'm retiring after the round 1 or first night of the draft.
Oh yeah.
It was weird because all of a sudden all the Cowboy fans just left.
Mm-hmm.
They were all pissed off because
their terrible draft pick.
Yeah, for the first. Well, I mean
Now I
Des
heard
Bryant got booted. Yeah,
I heard
Cowboys fans are in a ruins right now.
Peyton Manning's been tied to the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Tennessee Volunteers.
As far as being a coach,
no.
In management,
Probably management.
Front office.
I heard ESPN wanted Peyton Manning to take Gruden's old job to do the Monday Night Football.
He turned it
analyst.
down.
That's not him. He can't do analysts like that. I hope we don't lose fucking power.
No.
He can't do stuff like that.
Really? You don't think so?
No, he doesn't have enough personality. He's too boring and to the point. He reminds me of like fucking Hank Hill. Like he does. Like he's not quite that bad.
He can't move his neck either. If you ever notice how
that's why I love Hank Hill.
Why Peyton Manning when he moves, he can't move his head like you could because he's had a lot
of neck surgeries.
Yeah, he had a lot of neck surgeries.
But
he's got a long forehead.
When you do TV like that, you have to have personality. I mean, you can't just know the game. That's why there's so many players who can't do it. Like fucking hands down, or thumbs up. I don't know what I was trying to say. To Tony Romo, he sounds fucking great on ESPN. Awesome. Like he
had to reinvent himself.
He knows the game. He's a new former player. He had just left the league, and he sounds great. He's funny.
What I like about listening to Tony Romo is that he offers a lot of insight that you wouldn't really hear from other guys.
And from older players.
And,
I'm sick of hearing fucking Troy Aikman and fucking
oh my god,
what's his dick bag there? Collinsworth. Oh my god, Chris.
Well,
these guys. He sounds
Troy. I played wide receiver.
He sounds like a slightly stupider. That don't even think that's right. Norm Macdonald.
Well.
Yeah.
It's crazy about these football players that all of them, they wear these pads and they play football.
Back in my day, we couldn't run those routes. Yeah, it's just, oh god, I don't know how he's kept his job so long. Berman left.
I loved hearing about Romo talk because you're right. Romo just retired.
Right.
I love hearing him talk about going against players who are still playing. Like he talks about Kuechly, how he would call out
the plays. Yeah. That was so cool. He was on. It was like a Monday night game or a Sunday night game, and I think it was Monday night because that's what the one he does. But Romo was like, he's like, "Yup, you just did it again." Kuechly was fucking calling plays. Like the quarterback would call out, he'd audible,
Birdman.
52, yeah, and then Kuechly would
Fire
fucking
hydrant,
signal,
fire
and he
hydrant.
would call like, "Yup, run, delayed run, right side," and then they'd have to audible again, and it was like this cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Kuechly was calling his plays, and it was funny to hear Romo talk about
Almost
that.
like she just keeps changing. He's like,
like,
spider
eventually-
2 wide banana. You know,
Eventually, he had to just run the play, and he's like, Kuechly would fucking know every time. Every time, he's like, he was amazed. He goes, he's never seen a player that it was like he was in his playbook, because that's how well Kuechly was prepared. He's just one of those
and
guys.
Zeke gets stuffed up the middle. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, a 1 yard gain. Yeah.
No.
1 yard game for Ezekiel Elliott. Gee, I wonder what the Cowboys are gonna do next. Run it again. Run it again. Run it again. God,
That's
please,
all they
please
have.
don't.
That's all
please
they
don't
have
make
now.
us throw. Please don't make Dak throw. Oh my God.
That's
Please
all I
don't.
have now is the run game.
You
That's
think
all I
Dak's
have.
gonna last there?
No.
Fuck
I
no.
don't think so either.
You know, Des Bryant got way too much blame. I watched a 25-minute
100%.
video of every incompletion between Dak Prescott and Des Bryant, and I would say I really did. And I would say probably
he doing with his life?
70% of
Yeah.
them were on Dak.
Oh, I believe it. I know.
I was pretty like he would either Des would be, he would be cutting left and fucking Dak throws it right, or he would overthrow him.
Dak had a good rookie season. That was it, and he was on a phenomenal team, the best offensive line in football. They had a young stud of a running back. I mean,
Until shit happened, and the shit happened when.
Zeke went down.
When Zeke went down, it's not he got injured. It was more along the lines of he didn't know how to keep it in his pants, and he didn't know how he had to represent himself
Yep.
in the public eye. He
Your
thought,
kids watching, man.
it's like, dude, once you're drafted to the NFL, dickhead, you now have a bunch of people watching you.
You're on
It
a
means
grand
you
stage.
have to be a role model.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like let's say we played for the NFL. Okay, I started walking down the street, and okay, well, I see a prostitute. Oh, how much, honey? Oh, well, I could just grab you, or just like have my way with you, and like, oh yeah, you can't do jack shit, honey, because I'm an NFL player and you're a nobody. I can shoot you in the face right now, and I'll never go to prison for it. Even though there's
Or
like
get
50,
off on 1 year probation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Dante, I think it was Dante
$100
Stallworth.
fine.
He killed somebody.
Like Ray Lewis.
Served 1 year in prison for murder, and
Ray
got out.
Lewis. Ray Lewis was caught and charged in court in front of a grand jury for a felony charge of destruction of evidence in a murder case that he was directly involved in, and he got what? A fucking years of probation or something?
He
You got a slap on the hand.
Yeah,
slap
he got
on the
slapped.
fines, maybe, I think it was. Man, just insane. You're
The,
right.
the NFL suspended for a game
Yep.
Well,
with pay.
Two games.
Two games.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get your guys' input on this.
Mhm.
Now, the sale, I don't know if the sale is final yet, but the Panthers are selling for $2.2 billion.
2.275.
I was
and
this
the
close
new-
to putting my bid in, man.
Well,
I was
Too late now.
too late for that. But the new owner, he's a majority owner of the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
it's
So
weird.
what's gonna happen? Is he gonna sell his
No, he's
share?
not majority owner.
He used to be?
He's minority owner.
He's minority.
Yeah, he owns some of it. He's not the head owner, no.
Who's-
No, he's not. No, the head owner is Rooney, but he's like one of the many
Pittsburgh,
owners.
yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers have many owners. Yeah.
Just like, well, not like the Dolphins.
Let me
Everybody.
see how much of
Who does he
percentage
root for?
Tepper.
Well, he's gonna have to root for the Panthers
Well,
now since
I was
he's
gonna say, yeah.
since he's the owner.
If he's the majority owner of the Panthers, then I think that there's no other way to go with that.
Right.
Let me see how much percentage he owns.
I don't even know what the hell he did, because how do you come up with $2.2 billion? What do
He's
you
a
do?
hedge fund.
He's worth like $11 billion.
He's like a hedge fund manager or something.
It's
some shit
ridiculous.
Like that. David Tepper.
It's amazing how like there's so many rich guys out there who like nobody knows and they're just rich. Like they're just rich. Like
Steelers.
I did not know who he was until he bought the Panthers. I didn't know who that guy was. He's worth $11 billion. Only people you hear about who are that rich are like Bill Gates. Fucking,
Sell-
who's the other
Oh.
one? Warren Buffett.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
Whoa.
Tepper will have full ownership of the team. He'll need to sell his ownership stake in the Steelers once he becomes the Panthers owner. So he'll be forced to withdraw that. I was wondering if they're going to make him do it or if they're just going to.
Yeah, you can't have ownership in two teams.
Right. That's too much.
Yeah. It's called
Collusion.
favoritism.
Thank you. Yeah, collusion. Yeah. Here comes the rain. What is this? Oh yeah, he's probably hiding in the bed now.
Yeah. Now, does he keep the team here or does he move the team?
No, he's already said that he has no plans of moving the team.
Okay, so
that's good. That's good.
Well, that stadium's probably got a contract for some years anyway.
Yes, the Panthers have like
that's
another
true, yeah.
3 or 4 years guaranteed in Charlotte. Yeah. Now I do know this though. There is a lot of talks, and he wants to build a new stadium on the state line, and there's a lot of land out that way. This farm owner that owns like 500 acres or something like that. But
What, the state line? What, near South Carolina?
they want to
Base-
incorporate both states. Is what their goal is.
what they're going to try to do is they want to build the stadium. So like you go in, okay, what side? Okay, one minute you're in North Carolina, the next
Right.
minute you're in South Carolina.
Right, that's what they were trying to do. But there's a lot of legal issues that deal with that.
Hey
because
guys, they don't have to get all cute.
you have
with it.
to-
I don't know why that.
'cause
What do you think? What do you think
Well,
they do
when
with
they-
Carowinds?
yeah, when
Take me up to San Andrews at the same time?
sure, that's fine. What they'll wind up doing is they'll have to pick one state or the other because they can't. There's like if they pick to sit on both, they have to pay taxes for both, income taxes and ticket sale taxes and there's a whole separate division there. So they'll probably put like the parking lot or something on there. They'll try to do something cool with it, but I don't think they can just put the actual stadium on. Otherwise, it'll cause a lot more issue than I think than what meets the eye. But I'm just glad to see this whole thing done and over
Wait,
with.
so what if the stadium is like split in the middle?
That's what I was
Because
saying.
like, if on one side you have to pay more tax on nachos, and on the other side with like hot dogs or
Right, that's what
something.
I'm saying. Because all sales are different.
How
There's
does
different state income.
Carowinds do it? Because there's part of it is in North Carolina, the other part's in South Carolina.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how exactly they do that.
I ain't been to Carowinds.
Because you're right. Carowinds is on the border. It's
Yep.
like exit 1.
Yeah, because like when you go in there, it's like you see a star that says you're in North Carolina. Now
Right.
you go over this bridge, all of a sudden it says you're now in South
I
Carolina.
think most of the water park is what's in South Carolina.
Okay.
Right? I think so.
I haven't been in
I
years, so I
just-
just
I
know
haven't
the
either.
star.
I think the majority of it's in North Carolina. Your windows up?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I
gonna
think-
miss that.
Yeah, right. I
But
think the majority of it's in North Carolina.
now I got another news for you guys. I know I don't want to make this too much of a Yankee talk today, but there's some news. Remember, you guys remember Greg Bird?
Yeah.
They're talking about he may be coming back next week.
Saw that.
But here's the question. You got Tyler Austin, who's starting to break out.
And
He's
Neil
starting to-
Walker. They're both playing great.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think like, with
They're gonna favor the young guys. They're gonna do
well,
that.
see the problem is
It's the Yankee way now.
Bird is, I like to call injury prone. So, like, if he stubs his toe on the base, he's on the 15 day disabled.
Yep. I know.
Or if he slides forward and he bends his pinky back just a hair, oh, I gotta go on the disabled list.
Someone
Oh.
calls him ugly.
The
He's got
back,
Yeah.
the back
His
issues.
day-to-day
I mean, he could bend down and pick up a
emotional
fucking
trauma.
a bat. And, always
Pop his
he's on
back.
deck and he picks up a bat. And and he fucking pulls his
And-
back. I don't know what his deal with injuries is.
See, with Tyler Austin, he's not like killing it, but he's already hit like 8 ribbies already, 23. No, he's hit 20. He's hit 8 home runs. He's got 23 ribbies. He's hitting 267.
I want to know what's going on with Didi because he
Oh.
sat for a few days now. Torres
Oh.
played that spot.
Because Didi has only been hitting like.
No, I know, but he's dealing with something mentally. I don't know what he's going through. If it's personal or what. If it's just on the field.
I think because like it started when Mother's Day happened.
Yeah, he was like 0 for his last 31 or something like that. It was a bad stretch. Yeah, right after he was on an incredible tear. I don't know what happened to him.
He probably got bad news. It's probably something that
Yeah.
he doesn't want. doesn't want no one to know or
Right.
media to know.
I think it's like something personal. It's like it's been bugging him or something. I don't know.
But he hasn't done well against Royals hitter big pitching against the Royals.
And they did just have a couple of back-to-back lefties too, so
Yeah.
that would make sense. Yeah, but yeah, Torreyes was playing pretty well too. Oh, I fucking love Ron Torreyes. He is like a little firecracker, dude. When he gets up there, he's just got so much swag. A little twitch. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, throw it. Go ahead.
Swings to like every pitch, man.
Dude,
Doesn't
yeah,
even matter where it is.
fucking love little Torreyes.
The Yankees are starting to play because now it's like,
They're gonna have to keep up with Boston.
well,
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. I think Boston's gonna go in a slump sometime bad.
they are.
Sometime.
Will
really
Mookie
are.
Betts ever cool down?
He'll never cool down. He'll
He
just
will.
Will he
keep
ever cool
going.
down?
There you go.
He'll keep going.
Mookie Betts is historically streaky.
I looked at MLB TV stats for in the league.
Yeah.
He leads the league in average,
Yep.
tied in homers,
Yep.
tied in hits,
Yeah.
first in runs,
Of course he
and
is.
tied in RBIs.
Fucking A is.
He's got like
That's crazy.
57 runs scored already or something.
It's
He's-
something ridiculous, man.
He's on a tear, and
Probably closer drive for one of them.
I don't think it's going to affect the sound.
no.
It probably can't be picked up from the microphones. They're pretty close range.
But I will tell you that he is starting to steal bases now. I think he's stolen, like this week alone, he's stolen like 5.
5?
Right now, he is the Mike Trout of the league. He's
Yep.
doing everything.
Until Mike Trout starts to dethrone him, which probably pretty soon. But Mookie always, to me, he plays well. At some points, he'll get kind of like, I won't hit for shit.
Yeah. I'm saying he's streaky. He's always been streaky. But a lot of times his good streaks are really long. So,
Now, what about Sanchez? He's on a streak. 8 games, he's hitting 467.
Stanton's starting to pick it up. Sanchez is picking it up. Austin, yeah. Judge is kind of evened out right now. He hasn't done much in the last few days.
He'll eventually start going.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm wondering is, are Judge, Stanton, Sanchez, Didi, and anybody else outside that, like that power 4, if they all have it on at the same time, they're gonna start.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine how many fucking.
if Judge's slumps or him just getting a knock, every game or so, I'm totally fine with that. Or just a run here or there.
Says the guy that doesn't have him on his fantasy team.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about fantasy, man.
For the guy that still hasn't started Sonny Gray, even though Sonny Gray did well today.
I don't trust him.
It was his
man.
first good game all year.
I
first
know,
good
but
game.
I mean, eventually he's gonna come out of the slump.
I would imagine so.
I mean,
He looked good today.
We
if
thought
not-
Tanaka was back, man, but look how he started the year.
True.
And he's starting pitchers, man. It's tough, dude.
I wish
Like
these
that-
guys were more consistent.
That there's like a tiny line, right?
The
At
only-
the top of a bar to where you can trust a starting pitcher.
The
And
only
90%
one
of
is
the league
Serena.
are under that bar. Like, it is so hard. Like, there's only a couple dozen pitchers in the league that you can trust, just about every start. There's
Oh.
not many, man.
I wouldn't even say a couple dozen.
For the Yankees, it's
I'd say so.
Severino. For
It's CC.
well, yeah, CC. Well,
You can trust CC.
you can trust him, but I think CC. This might be his last year. If the Yankees win the World Series, I don't know if you guys saw the.
He's already
He's already said that he's gonna.
he's gonna
retire.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, he said that it was mainly because of last year. He was planning on retiring last year because he really thought that with the playoff run that they went on, that they were going to win it. They were going to win everything. I mean, they almost did. Houston was just a phenomenal team last year. I mean, their pitching finally showed up. Finally showed up in the playoffs. I know.
Not this year.
I know, it was frustrating. It was just a little short. But then again, as far as expectations go, I didn't expect the Yankees to go that far.
So,
Look at how young they were.
what do you guys think of the old? What do you guys think of the old NBA playoffs this year? What do you guys opinion on that?
I haven't watched a ton of it,
I
but,
have
haven't
not
watched
either.
I haven't watched the period.
but it's been good, the ones that I have seen. just not a whole lot of close games. It's like
not really, no.
teams kind of trading blowouts back and forth. So I don't know. I would imagine as it gets deeper on, like Houston Golden State, I've only watched one of their games, and it was really good for like the first half.
It's like 2, right?
Yeah, I think they're tied 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Yep. And the first half was really tight. I think they were like tied at halftime, like 55 or something. And then second half, Golden State just, opened up the floodgates and fucking blew them out. God damn, it's coming down. Gotta close the door. I can't tell. I can't tell how fucking loud it is on the mic because I have to stop everything.
No, it's fine. It's not terribly bad.
Feels good though. Cool off a lot.
I think whoever wins the Western Conference is gonna win the finals. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be Golden State or Houston wins the finals this year.
Do you think LeBron can get Cleveland back to the finals?
Yeah. The Celtics are extremely overrated. They don't even have Kyrie or Gordon Hayward. They didn't have Gordon Hayward 99.9% of the season.
Imagine how good they'd be if they did though.
Oh yeah, for sure. They got Cleveland easily.
What did Kyrie hurt? His knee?
I think so, yeah.
And there's no chance of him returning for the.
No, he's out for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah. Pretty serious injury. Man, I felt so bad for Gordon Hayward when I saw him play on that leg, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, literally 4 minutes into it's like 4 minutes into his Celtics career.
Into the fucking season. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just started season. Just signed with the Celtics. Man can't even play a game.
Let me ask you this. Regardless of what happens, I'm sure if LeBron actually found a way to get Cleveland to the finals and they actually won somehow, that maybe he'll stay. But where do you think he's going to go next year?
If LeBron actually got Cleveland a title this year, there's no argument that Michael Jordan is better than him. There's no argument.
You mean that he is better than Michael Jordan?
Yeah. Like there's no argument.
You just said Michael was better.
Yeah. There's no argument to whether LeBron is better. Like he's obvious. Because that would blow my mind. That
I know. But I'm just thinking
the greatest.
Where do you think he's going to go next year?
He'll stay Cleveland.
I think he's going to leave.
I'd say he goes to the Lakers.
New York. Knicks bound.
LeBron will go to the Heat or he'll go to the Cavaliers. I don't think LeBron will be a three-team guy. I don't think he wants to.
Yo, if he came to New York, do you know how fucking awesome that would be?
Oh my God, I'd watch every Knicks game.
He's great, man. I mean, that team would be great.
No, they take the East. They take the East, no problem. Yeah.
Why can Toronto not win a fucking?
Because DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, they get so scared whenever they play LeBron James. I don't know why.
They cannot beat LeBron.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. LeBron's had their number.
You got it there.
Well, Celtics and Cavs they played Monday night.
Okay.
Monday night.
But Celtics leading that series 2-1.
Golden State play tonight?
They play tonight, and that series is tied 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, the Warriors. Okay, they're at home. All right. Well, we shall see. I want to. Oh, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I forgot to say this. This is pretty crazy too. They won today. They beat the Jets, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg,
Yeah, Winnipeg, eh? In Game 5, become the first expansion team in 4 major sports since 1968 to reach the championship. And this is literally their expansion year. They just started this year, and now they're going to the Stanley Cup Finals.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. Yeah, part of it is because
I don't know a lot about hockey, but I know any sport that's a remarkable feat for any franchise.
a lot of it was because there was a lot of good players that wanted to go play for them. Like,
Really?
yeah, like
That's surprising.
when the team opened up, they were like, yeah, let's go.
I mean, like I said, I don't know a lot about hockey, but I don't know if you'd ever see that in any other sport.
They got like a top 5 goalie.
I doubt, any NBA players would do that, or any baseball or football either. I doubt that would happen in any other sport.
It definitely wouldn't happen in football.
Oh, yeah.
It most likely wouldn't happen in baseball.
I
And
don't think it has a
It's unlikely that it would happen in basketball. Yeah, because a lot of
that they want to. People want to play for teams.
like that first opening year, if there's good players that are attracted to that new team.
Okay, so we're only talking about expansion teams. We're not talking about in general.
That's a
just
lot. That's
expansion
winning
teams.
the lottery for a franchise right there. In your first season, that's crazy.
Yep, it sets them up for such a great initial start when you have a few good players that want to come over and play. Yep.
That tells me I need to go to get me some lottery quick picks because that's just there ain't no way that an expansion team goes to the Stanley Finals and wins.
Anything, and they're a good team, man. I watched the Rangers play them a few times this year, and Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, they got top 5 goalies, probably even top 3 goalies. I mean, they're solid. They got good strikers. They guys can score. I mean, they just have a solid unit of a team. Good defensively. They're really good, and it sets them up for such a great launch. Like, if the Phoenix Suns or the Diamondbacks or any of these expansion teams that started in the last 10, 20 years, if they would have had that, yeah, they'd be much more successful. It's too bad that Washington Yankees game, the Nationals-Yankees games, got rained out.
I
That
was
was
looking forward to those.
going to be a good series. But I couldn't watch them. The one was on ESPN.
Oh.
It's Monday Night Baseball, I think it was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, in
But
this area.
they wound up showing like MLB rotation around the horn and jumping from game to game.
Yeah, well, I think that was Max Scherzer versus the Yankees, so that would have probably been interesting to see how the Yankees.
Strikeouts through 62 thirds, no earned runs.
Broke a record.
Hits.
Broke a record. Yep. It was the shortest to 14 or 15 strikeouts, one of the two. Yeah, it was pretty amazing what he was doing. He has does this fucking. If you don't know, go watch Max Scherzer on YouTube. Head
You
whip.
know what?
I don't know how he sees where he's throwing because he fucking yanks his head off.
Well, you gotta forget one eye's up here too.
Yeah, he's got bug eyes. Yeah.
If you watch
Right.
his Diamondbacks, it was even worse. His net stat. I mean, he would.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't dislocate his neck.
It was worse than it is now.
All right, you guys want to finish out with some Fortnite and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I was looking at this to see old stuff. To see like this was from like a couple streams ago. Jose Bautista is weighing several deals, but not considering retirement. Now look at him.
Yeah, right.
Fucking idiot.
It gets on, and then all of a sudden, gets booted.
So Justin, I heard from you that the creators of Call of Duty, which I'm pretty sure is Activision, don't take my word for it, are creating a battle royale game like so many other companies are creating nowadays.
Ever since Fortnite and PUBG and the popularity around it, there's a lot of other first-person shooters that are trying to do this. And yeah, it's called Blackout. I just saw the commercial for it. It was a YouTube ad, and I was just about to skip thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? And I was just watching it, and they were showing this breakdown of like a skyscraper building and had a bunch of different teams in there, and the one guy was driving a little RC car, and his buddies were hiding, watching him, and then it zoomed out to like the outside, and the guys with the helicopter, and there was a guy on there that was shooting from the helicopter, and kept zooming out, and it was this mammoth of a fucking map, and the guy and the commentator behind it, the narrator, was like, "Yep, we believe that we're the best at delivering RPGs and first-person shooters and this and that, and we're about to bring you the best battle royale first-person shooter that's ever been created," and yada yada yada. And it looked really cool, and I mean, you knew it was gonna be a matter of time before they did it, but
they're running out of ideas. That's why.
Right, and their game is declining in sales because of things like Fortnite. And I'm telling you right now, this game, if done properly, can be very, very successful and might come close to Fortnite. It might. People love Call of Duty. They love Call of Duty. Now you just wait, Halo will do one too. And then Battlefield will be last.
I think GTA 6 is supposed to come out sometime late in 2019.
Yep.
Like you're saying, like Christmas time next
Which one?
year. GTA 6. Or
Oh.
no, I think Christmas time in 2020.
Yeah, because they're still finishing on Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead 2. I think once, because I think Fortnite will be. I think people underestimate Fortnite. I think it'll be around for a couple years.
It will.
It will. Yeah.
I think once GTA 6 comes out, is Fortnite's.
Or until
demise.
this Battlefield or this Call of Duty game comes out, this Battle Royale Call of Duty, because
But
it's
Fortnite
the new.
has this building, man. This
I know.
building is what makes it Fortnite.
Right.
And
Exactly.
It's what makes me like. Why the fuck do I play PUBG when I can play Fortnite?
That's what this is gonna be like.
The gameplay is more exciting. You got impulse grenades. You got porta-forts. You got cool different guns. You got.
What I'm waiting for
It's
is
just
when.
way more innovative.
What I'm waiting for is when Fortnite puts out a brand new map, totally
yeah.
brand new map.
That's still in
That's
the
gonna be,
works.
yeah, that's gonna be
I'm
the
looking
new.
for a snow map.
Let me ask you this: how many times have you guys played the new game mode on that?
Not 50v50.
It's not 50 by 50.
Oh,
it's
the
called
solo showdown.
Yep.
Tournament. Yeah.
They,
I haven't played it yet. I should probably try it.
I played a couple, man. Those guys are really good.
Yeah, it's the
Wow.
higher ranked players.
It's like you know those end games.
You got the
when you-
description right there.
Yep. Now, see, if you get in first place, Fortnite will reward you with 50,000 V-Bucks.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Second to fourth place, you'll get 25,000 V-Bucks. And then from fifth to 50, you get 1,300 V-Bucks.
That's 1,000.
Yep.
And then 75 from 51st to 100. Huh.
Yep.
But that's finishing. That's not if you just win a game.
Yeah, it's just you finishing.
Right, like because there's
Your first 50 matches in solo showdown will be counted towards your score.
Right, so you have to play 50 matches.
So that means 50 matches for anybody. Let's say for you guys, 50 matches for you guys would actually take a week. Because you guys only play like what 5 or 6 matches because you guys survived so long.
Nah, it depends. If we land in populated spots, we might get popped down pretty soon. Now, what is this right here? See, this is the very end. We'll be using the solo showdown as a one-off stepping stone to learn how to build great events of all types of players. If you crave testing and improving your own skills, give it a try and let us know what you think. Okay, and then this one right here. Stay tuned. We have a major announcement about competitive play next week.
Yep.
So I guess there's some kind of an announcement. I didn't hear anything
People
about that.
think they're
Solo
Fortnite's trying to
showdown
do a
ends on the
ranking
21st.
system.
Yeah.
Outranked and I don't know about ranked and unranked, but they want rankings.
Current solo standings. Twitch.
That's an Asian player.
It's an Asian player.
Yeah. Twitch streamer from Asia somewhere.
So who's number 1 right now?
That's
him. Yeah.
Can't even say his name.
Any big
Kamo-
streamers in like the top 10?
That's what I was just looking for.
Yep.
I think Ninja was ranked 7th at the time.
Not
I don't
now.
see him on here, yeah. These guys, I think, just play a lot. Because, I mean, look at that. 46. Oh, that's their score. Okay. 50 matches played. Okay. Bunch of Twitch streamers. Look at them all.
Yeah, if you're that good at the game, a lot of
Can't
people
read them like
stream.
that.
Yeah, he's not even on here.
You sure? Because I couldn't read those as you were scrolling down.
He might not be, man. He really doesn't play that many solos. He plays a lot with other streamers.
He plays solo squads too, but I know he was playing it. I saw one of the streams he was playing that showdown
You know what I'm a
because
fan
it showed
of?
the ranking.
I've been enjoying the solo duos lately.
Check 87. Check around there because I swear I saw it was something 70, like 57th or 17th or 87 or something like that. Trying to get back to that page.
Just sipping the slurp.
Slarp drink.
He's a 25 HP,
There we go.
5 shield.
Yeah, a lot of Twitch streamers.
Yep.
God, that could be a couple names has Twitch in it.
Yeah, Twitch in their name. Hey, these PC guys, it's
Black Mall.
they're you know, because if they kill someone, they're gonna see their name and go, oh, you know, I'm gonna go to the stream and say, oh, you know, fuck you for killing me.
Yeah, right.
You know, just it's not a bad idea to
Keep going.
create another account and put Twitch Blacklisted Boys, which you can find on Twitch,
Yeah, I thought about doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
by the way.
Yep.
Kill somebody, comes in, you know, fuck you.
Go back up. I swear I just thought I saw Blacklisted.
No. Serious.
I haven't played it, so it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. That's not our name either.
No. You don't play solo. You
I'll
play
have to look at that when we get off. That's neat.
matches.
I've seen that guy's name. Game Over. OVR spelled. Yeah, I've seen that guy's name.
Where?
I just saw it was like 110th or something like that. Somewhere over
104th.
there. Yeah, right there. OVR. Yeah, I've seen that.
I played him once.
I'm trying to see if I recognize anything. I don't see much. So many fucking players. It's unbelievable.
It is.
But in order for me to do that, because I'm not on PC, I'd have to create a whole nother PSN account.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have
Your
any of
stats.
the skins, or
Nothing.
I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't even have PlayStation Network, the Plus. PlayStation
You
Plus.
don't need it for a Fortnite. I don't have PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Ryan doesn't have PlayStation Plus either, do you?
I do.
He finally
Oh,
got
you
it,
do
yeah.
now? I don't.
I got a 12-month subscription as of now.
Yeah,
It-
because he had to get it to play online with baseball.
Oh.
Because he was
Yep.
letting him play Fortnite, obviously, but yeah. Okay.
That's one thing I've been getting a lot better at. Baseball.
Yeah. Alrighty. What time is it? 6:40. Yeah, we'll let you get going. Get to your dinner. Alright.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least we got some done. I feel
Yeah.
accomplished. So, look for us on Twitch. I think this video will probably be up in the next couple hours. I'm gonna go render it before I take him back to the house, and then it might be up sometime late tonight, early morning, because it takes a couple hours to upload. Yeah, but either way, we'll be on stream. So check us out. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm Snapback.
I'm Swankifer.
And I am Everglades.
Everglades out.
Oh.
Thank you guys. Always appreciate the watching.
Yep.
Add, like, share, subscribe, baby.
You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And then probably pretty soon you'll probably find us on Instagram eventually.
You'll find us on Twitter too. We're on Twitter. Check me out.
Yeah, Twitter.